Good afternoon, everyone. So we are here in Pemberton area. We're hiking up Sun God Peak, which is right there behind me. And we just got here on the off-road on Birkenhead Lake Road. And so we talked to some of the locals there how to get up to that peak. And they told us that, you know, this is where we can start. Not much of a trail, so we're going to have to make our own. And elevation gain, I believe we're going to have to go up at least 1,000 meters elevation gain up to Sun God, and maybe do a little bit bushwhacking because there's no marked trails. And you know, and as I said in my last videos, elevation gain is not a concern. The trail conditions is also not an issue, but the main concern we have is wild animals, and particularly bears in the area, black and grizzly bears. And here's a sign behind me warning that there are bears in the area and what to do and what not to do. So one of the things being in the backcountry is to be cautious where you hike and be aware of bears in the areas. Hiking on these kind of environments during this time of season, it's fall, bears are here gathering food. They can take about 30,000 calories a day. They need to do that because when they hibernate in the winter, they need to be able to burn off that calories while they are sleeping. So we are going to be extremely careful, and we're going to stick together. No running off or no surprises, and so we just going to play it safe, right? And so here is the rest of the gang. We have Jolene, Rami, and Evelyn. Hey.
They're eating now.
We're eating now. I think it's about 3:30. We're quite hungry, right? So we're going to hydrate, get some energy in us, and then we're going to start the hike. And this is probably going to be one of the most, if not the most, challenging hikes we have done, because this trail is not anywhere on the internet, and actually there's no trail at all. It's not marked. So I did bring marking tape here, so I'm going to mark off some sections so we don't get lost, or any future hikers that want to hike up here, right? They can see which trails we took. So that's what we're going to do. So I think we're almost ready. It's going to be a cold night. Even though it's sunny right now, it's hot, but once the sun goes down, it's going to probably fall down to maybe 1 or 2 degrees. So it's going to be extremely cold up in the peak. And yeah, we're going to have some incredible views up there. But before we can enjoy the views, we got to really work and getting up there. And I'm ready. Rami, Jolene, and Evelyn are ready as well. And yeah, let's get going. So Rami here, I haven't been hiking with him for such a long time.
Yeah, over like a month and a half.
A month and a half now, so I'm glad that he's here. And yeah, he's one of my best buddies to hike with. And I'm so glad that he can make it this weekend and to explore an adventure and a different hike every time that we go. It's just, you know, the excitement that really makes us want to go on these trips.
Aaron, that bag's right there.
Where?
It's okay.
Oh, it's fine.
Yeah?
Yeah, we're good. So guys, just be careful of surroundings. There's a lot of trees around us right now. And just look up the trees, make sure there's no bears climbing on it, because bears are good climbers. Okay, I got my bear spray ready, just in case. So we got some berries for the bears here. They're poisonous to humans, so we won't eat them. We'll leave them for the bears because we don't want the bears to eat us. Right? So we got a plastic bag full of firewood, and I'm going to carry it up. Okay?
It's not balanced.
It's all good. Oh, nice. Yeah, it's not balanced, but it works.
Good luck.
I have a plastic bag of firewood. I'm carrying it. It's kind of tied to my bag. It's kind of awkward, not balanced, but should be able to do for a while. Give the hands a little bit of rest. And here we go. We're surrounded by great peaks. So this is an abandoned trail. We just named it because lots of overgrown trees, never been hiked for a long time. And I guess we're the first hikers that are attempting this since we don't know how long ago. Yeah, we're just having so much fun. Weather is so hot, sunny, not a sign of cloud. Sunset, I'm not sure what time. Sun's going to go down maybe around 7 or so. And it is October. And when nightfall comes, it's going to be cold. So lucky we brought a lot of warm clothes and also firewood to make us warm tonight. Yay! Here's a marker right here, and we're on the right spot. Our goal right now is to reach the base of the mountain. That's where the lake is, and maybe we'll camp there for the night if we don't feel like hiking up to Sun God today, and do that tomorrow. So we'll have to see once we get to the lake. at the base of Sun God Peak right here. And we're just going to go to the big lake, Cerium Lake here. And then we're going to set up our tents and campsite. And then tomorrow morning we're going to go conquer Sun God Peak. That's the goal. So we're scrambling on the rock. And we're going west. And Sun God is just right behind me. On the south, we're going west head to the lake. So we just went through some bushwhacking. No trail, so we made our own trail. We stumbled on some obstacles, elevation, rocks, and bushwhacking. So we should be near the lake right now. Maybe about half a kilometer left. And we're there. Looks like we're not gonna go up Sun God Peak Mountain today, maybe tomorrow morning. And then we're just going to enjoy ourselves at the lake. That's the plan. Let's do it.
The lake?
Should be there. Over the ridge we can see something.
Should we see if it's from here? Oh shit. Bear. Shit of bear.
Come here, come here.
Shit of bear.
Come here, come here. Bear shit. So we decided not to go to the lake. So now we're at the ridge of the mountains. Hey, careful, Eve. Are you okay? So Eve here, she just tripped and hit her thighs against the rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a tough lady here. And now she's all back up and all good. So this is all about backcountry, is like you fall down and get up again and try. But anyways, like when you go out backcountry, number one is always safety. So always watch your step. And we were supposed to go to the lake. We're on the ridge, on the rocks, on the base of the peaks right here. And Sun God is just right behind me. So we're going to set up our tents and make a campsite right here on the base of the mountain on the flatter spots. And yeah, we're just going to enjoy the night, have a campfire, marshmallows, eat and drink a bit, and then enjoy the stars if we have a clear sky tonight. So it's going to be great. Scrambling is one of the techniques and skills you should learn when you're hiking. And when you're scrambling, it's good to not use hiking poles, but have scrambling gloves. And I have scrambling gloves on me. So here are my scrambling gloves.
But you're not
Right here.
wearing them.
Yes, I'm not wearing them simply because I have no need for them. Maybe for harder rocks. I will. And maybe Jolene is asking for my scrambling gloves. I can give them to you, Jolene.
Well, no, I'm good. You said not to use a hiking pole, but I have a pole.
Yeah. Don't use your hiking poles. Use the scrambling gloves.
So funny, you're giving advice. You're like, don't use the pole. I'm using a pole. You're like, use gloves.
Hiking, right? Some people might think that they'll never get lost as long as they have a landmark, but the thing is, sometimes landmarks don't really help you, and you have to take extra precautions, such as marking the trails yourself, right? And also the other thing is staying away from areas that there might be bears. Signs like such as footprints, any bear feces around, and also any birds that are flying making noise, because there are often dead things that for birds to eat, and usually bears are around that area, so we got to be extremely careful. about 7:30 a.m. and a little bit clouds. It was raining a bit about an hour ago, but it stopped. And behind me, that is Sun God Mountain. We were hoping to hike up that this morning, but I guess changed the plans because last night we barely got any sleep because there were bears roaming around the area. We can hear them. So we got up, started the fire, made a lot of noise to scare all the bears away. And so that's why we were not going to go up the peak today, because of grizzly bears in the area. And also the weather is a bit cloudy and a bit of drizzle rain, so we're going to decide to do that next time. But Sun God Peak, that's a really good mountain, good looking mountain. And if you look at behind me, it's beautiful. And we started a nice fire here. It's a little bit chilly, but we just want to keep warm. So we set our tents on some flat areas with less rocks. And yeah, I guess we're going to spend some time here, warm up, have some breakfast, and if it does clear a little bit, maybe explore around the area, then we're going to head back. And that's Rami.
Making a big fire.
Making a big fire.
King of fire.
And even Jolene are in the tent, they're cold. This is the backcountry experience that we haven't had before in the previous hikes we did. There's no one here, only us. So yeah, it's a great experience to be able to experience the real thing and surviving here. So if you ever do this kind of backcountry, make sure that you're always prepared. Let someone you know where you're going, and bring a lot of warm layers because it could get cold at night. And especially bring bear spray. You never know what's going to be coming out of the woods or what you're going to run into. So it's always good to be prepared. And also bring at least 2 liters of water with you, especially if you're coming to places like these where it's really hard to find a water source. And if you look around me, it's nice and peace and quiet. And we just love this and also the experience. Now we're gonna make some breakfast.